Ladies and gentlemen, it's live. And it's a Thursday night on the Chrissy Ann Show. On tonight's panel, we have the usual suspects. You know, the usual people. And it's a Thursday night, did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's live Thursday night on the Chrissy Ann Show.
Hey, Patriots. Hey, loved ones. Hey, fam. Hey, trolls. How's it going? It's Thursday night, and I've got the mood lighting on because I'm in a mood tonight. I'm just in one of those moods, you know? Just keeping it real, keeping it smooth. So tonight's going to be Thursday night, smooth night with a little rant.
Are you gonna have smooth jazz playing in the background?
I'm gonna have smooth jazz, and I'm gonna talk in my smooth jazz voice. Yeah. And yeah, it's gonna be real smooth tonight on a Thursday night, smooth night. We're gonna have smooth movements. Oh wait, no, we're not gonna have that. No, that's gross.
Whatever you do, don't talk with an NPR voice.
What's an NPR voice?
NPR, have you ever listened to it?
Mm-mm.
Well, look in the chat. I'm sure they know.
Hello, chat. English Angels here. Disabled Vets Perspective. Now it's time to party. Oh my gosh. It's just I'm kind of I had to do the mood lighting today because, well, one, I didn't have time to do my hair and makeup, so that's the real reason. But the reason I'm gonna state is hello, Michelle, is that you know, I'm a little pissy. I'm getting a little irritated. I'm getting a little upset.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm very angry right now. And I'm trying to contain myself, but I think sometimes anger is good because it motivates you. It pushes you. And I think we are on that level that not only should I be angry, but I think the rest of America should be angry as well. And what we need to do, and we need to start thinking what we're going to do with this, because things are absurd. They're getting out of hand, and it's time for justice to be served. You know, we spent over $40 million over this fake collusion hoax. Then it was obstruction. Now the obstruction's not working. Now they want to find AG, our Attorney General Barr in contempt. And it's just they're manipulating, they're construing, they're avoiding, they're deflecting. They are trying to set up Mr. Barr, but the cool thing, he's cool about the whole thing. But I'm listening to Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is saying, well, they've been very blatant about making sure that Trump is not reelected, and the reason why is because they are scared. They're scared of what AG Barr is going to do. They're scared of what's going to happen, because it was very blatant and it was very obvious the coup that they have committed on our country. If you don't think we are at war, then you need to wake up. But seriously, it is time to wake up. We are at war. We are at war at several different levels. I mean, it's even at frivolous, tiny levels that they're trying to insert themselves. Like, we have this amazing community of patriots. We've got Kristen, we've got Alex, we've got Michelle.
No, we don't. We have a bunch of Nazis. Racists and Nazis. White nationalists, white Nazis.
You're killing my vibe, man.
I'm just saying, that's
just revving up, man.
Let's get back to the Patriots.
So they're attacking us from all sides. We even got these little insignificant trolls trying to infiltrate our little community and cause chaos, which, we're smart people. It ain't going to work. We all know your tricks. We all know what you're up to. So it's not going to work. And then these trolls that they go after people who are quote unquote patriots, who are weak, like alcoholics who, try to that are just, they are, they're just on whatever platform.
I told you not to tell people about my problem.
Pray for Nick, y'all. and they see that they're weak, and so they manipulate these weak, patriots who are really a patriots. They're just on whatever movement. They're just, they're just writing an opportunity or whatever. And they manipulate them and they make the movement look bad. They know that this person's alcoholic, or they find these people's weaknesses and they manipulate it and they try to go after it. But, and then they go really hard after people who are strong. But here's the thing, they're weak people. So they'll never win. So that's one thing. Same, and that's one level. That's like the bottom level. That's like the slime at the bottom of a pool. And then we've got, the thick, gunky stuff like Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters, who are manipulating and construing and trying to use our system. Here's the thing, folks. Here's the thing that we need to remember. The government works for us. They are civil servants. We're the ones who elected them. They're trying to invoke an authority over us. And the time it has to stop. Most of you guys are in here are content makers. You guys are supporters. You guys are awesome. But there's time we're going to have to step it up. We need to get louder. We need to start going to the town halls. You need to talk to your representative. How many in here right now, do you know who your representative is? Have you talked to your representative? Because even despite being in California, my representative is actually Republican, and I've actually talked to her. I've actually talked to, the Republican that was running for governor. You have to get involved. And with 2020 coming up, it is critical. You have to talk to people. You don't have to be a content maker. You do not have to be a public speaker. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is love your country, be brave. For disabled vets perspective, I love you because you sacrificed. And you put your life on our line for the liberties. But I don't want any of that to be in vain, because people have stood up and stood up and taken arms to fight for liberties in other countries. But it's time that we collectively get together and fight. And I'm not talking about guns, and I'm not talking about storming, the Capitol, but I kind of am. It's time that we do storm the Capitol and we make them answer. We make them answer questions. We make them accountable for what they are doing to our president. They do not care about you. They do not care about your situation. They do not care, period. What they care about is their pocketbook. What they care about is their own agenda. And it is not an American agenda. It's a selfish globalist agenda. And we need to wake up and we need to unite. There are so many people on so many different levels right now who are trying to infiltrate and play these stupid petty games, and the time needs to stop. The time is to wake up and look at the bigger picture. That's what we need to do. And I'm going to, you all know that I'm leaving California, and I plan on going on a tour and meeting you all. But you know what? Maybe we need to meet together and start going to places together, going to your local representatives, going to the Capitol and making them answer. And I'm not talking about 20 of us. I'm not talking about 100 of us. I'm talking about we need to make an effort, and we need to make it a priority, because let me tell you, living in other countries, living in an oppressed situation is not cool. When you don't have clean water, you don't have a sewer system, you don't have it's anarchy. We need to stick together, and we need to do it. We need to love each other, and we need to move. So.
Amen, brother. You're supposed to do that in a pandering Southern Baptist type of thing. We need to stick together.
Like macho, do it like macho Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, brother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like AOC or all the other pandering Democrats, when they get in front of black people, they think they have to talk black or something.
No, it's really funny because when I do talk about scripture or something, I do get a Southern draw because I grew up in a Southern Baptist church. So like I say y'all, and it's because I grew up in a church and everybody said y'all. So I
grew up in the church too, but then look at my picture.
Well, yours is a different kind of church.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got you. Gargoyles. I got the whole thing.
Well, Southern Baptists were, there's some Southern Baptists that dance with rattlesnakes.
Well, yeah, they're the primitive Baptists. They're a bunch of nuts.
Oh my gosh. I guess the recent story I heard was the pastor got bit in the head.
Yeah, geez, they're dumb. They're morons. Anyway, it's just like, Westboro Baptist Church or any of those morons who use Christianity to just they're just a bunch of inbred idiots, But anyways, yeah, you're making a good point, and we were talking about this off air. In that you're going to Texas, and I don't know the people in the chat room if anybody lives in Texas or close to Texas. Well, like we were saying offline, they're doing everything they can to turn Texas blue. I guess if you want to call it blue. Of course, when something is dead, when it turns blue. So basically, they're trying to kill. Right now, Texas it's red. The blood is pumping through Texas. It's just alive and well, and of course they want to turn it blue, which means it's over. It's dead. You know. You and I. What's this? What's Is that douchebag? Who is that?
Douchebag's in here. Warhorse. Disabled vets. Kristen K. Kristen K's dropping them like they're hot.
I hope everybody in Texas is listening. I hope you're listening. You better get off your ASS. You better get off your fat ASS and do something now. The time is now. It's not when it's like, oh, what happened after the election? Oh, God, Beto is the president. Can you imagine?
Oh, it was like Friday night. I was, Friday night we tried to, make it fun and whatnot. I was really surprised and really shocked. But the amount of people not only were conservative, but the amount of people that didn't vote.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh yeah. I've never voted. Like, well, don't complain. The gas is $5 a gallon. Well, you never voted. You never did anything. So don't complain about it. Go pump your $5 a gallon and shut up about it.
Yeah.
It's like the only way they can turn Texas is through fraud, period. Because you have Austin, you have some smudges in there, blue smudges, and that's Austin. Maybe a little bit of areas in Dallas, Fort Worth, a little bit of areas in Houston. But really, and it's unfortunate, Austin has fallen to these leftist nitwits that moved from California. Okay, they left California because they couldn't live in their filth any longer. They couldn't live in their filth anymore, so they decided to pick up, leave, go to Texas, and start it all over again.
My sister says about Texas, she goes, people here are so friendly. She's like, it's unbelievable. She's been there now since January, and she's like, it's like her voice, she sounds so relaxed. And like she budgeted for a certain amount of time off. She's actually doubling that time off because the expenses and stuff are nothing compared to California. And it's sad because we become a slave. I mean, the traffic is so horrendous here. It's like, I had a choice. Like it was really hard for me because I do love my job, but I've been out, on disability for the last 2.5 years. And it got to the point where I have to go back to work. And because disability only lasts a year. And so I'd been off for 2.5 years with no income. And, I'm forced to go back to work, even though I like, as far as my nursing career is concerned, I can never be a floor nurse again because I cannot pass that stuff. But I'm in the administrative side anyways. But even so, I'm going to have to work 10, 12-hour days, Plus, I'm going to be on the road 4 hours a day too, on top of that, and I'll still barely make ends meet. And it's a crime. It really is a crime. Like it shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't be a slave to your job. You shouldn't be a slave to your property. And
Well, I mean, Nick is, right there in the Detroit area. I mean, look at Detroit at one time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Look at what it used to be, and it was
Mhm.
run by Democrats for how long? And look at it now. It looks like a bomb has hit it. Nick,
Oh,
you
yeah.
tell them.
And look at who their representatives are.
I mean,
They're
me.
they're not.
the city of Detroit's been run by Democrats for years and years and years.
Mhm.
And for whatever reason, I mean, I guess we all kind of know why they keep ending up back there
Mhm.
because of demographics, but at the same time, it's how often do you get shit on and then say, "Hey, please come shit on me more,"
Mhm.
until you wake up. You know what I mean? It's so bad in Detroit. I know people, and the taxes in Detroit are astronomical. I know, Father, you were talking about, we were joking about you coming and buying one of these $1,000 houses, and
Yeah.
the taxes are just insane.
So Nick, yeah, I buy a house for like $1,200.
Yeah, and
They're
your
barely
taxes,
$2,500 in taxes.
oh no, you pay like 32, 35 in taxes.
$3,500 in taxes, right?
And
I'm
you know what
already
else they do?
underwater.
You know what else they do in the city of Detroit? So if you live in the suburbs of Detroit and you work in the city of Detroit, you must pay city taxes on your check. Okay? So even if you don't reside in the city, if your headquarters or where your home base is within the city of Detroit confines, you will have to pay city taxes.
Wow.
No exceptions.
Oh yeah.
So it's insane. And what do they do with the taxes? It's funny. They just had they had over $1.5 million worth of lights go out in the city. They had replaced them all with LEDs, and obviously they probably went with the cheapest ones, cheapest contractor they could find to do the replacements and materials, and the quality of the stuff was probably not the greatest, and now half of them have burnt out. And they're talking,
LEDs burn out.
yes, 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 right. So I mean, it's just poor choice after poor choice after poor choice. And it was like, I was telling Chrissy Ann, like, even in the state of California, there was a case that I just ran across of a teacher that had to go out on leave, and it is state policy in California for you to have to pay the salary of the substitute teacher that comes in to cover you. And that is proof of what the United States could be like if those people take over the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was arguing with somebody, and they were saying, "Oh, California is great. We're the fifth largest economy in the world." Yeah, but look at the state that the people live in.
Chrisanne, you know what? You've said that before, and here's the thing. You have different types of poverty. Like, for instance, someone lives in a $5 million house, okay?
Mhm.
And they have all these expensive cars, this, that, and the
Mhm.
other thing. They're living, so let's put it to you this way. They're living on the edge, meaning that they'll say everybody is like 2 paychecks away of being on the street.
Mhm.
Some of these rich people, a lot of them are like 1 paycheck or 2 from being on the street.
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh, this big mansion and all that, but they're living on the edge of going. That's California. Just
Mhm.
because it's this economy, yes, but it's on the edge of it. Well, actually, it's not. It's already gone over the edge.
Well, yeah, it's like, and I've said this a million times, and I'll keep saying it until it goes away. When you have people that are working full time and are homeless, and I'm not talking about a McDonald's job. I'm talking about security. I'm talking about, substitute teachers. I'm talking about, different types of jobs. I mean, they're entry level, but they're not like minimum wage type jobs, who still can't afford to live in California. Where my office was, the cheapest like 1-bedroom apartment was going to cost you like $2,200 a month.
You can get here in Florida, so you're in Pasco County.
Mm-hmm.
You can rent a house for it's got 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms, and it's not in a bad neighborhood, for under $800 a month.
Yeah, you can not here.
You couldn't touch a tent for $800 in California.
Yeah, you're looking at a couch if you're lucky.
So we're talking about Florida, which is a red state, and even when, like I said before, we're all fair. Even when they had it, so Florida will go back and forth. They'll have Republican governors, and then they'll have a Democratic governor. But the Democratic governors of the past were Republican light. Okay, not we've said it. The Democratic Party doesn't exist any longer. It's over.
Oh,
it's been
socialist party.
It's been infected by socialism, communism.
Well, and before I forget, you guys go, if somebody can drop my website, if you guys can go to my website and subscribe to my website, and that way I can keep you guys, I'm figuring out the email. I'm not tech savvy at all. So, all the website and all that kind of stuff I'm learning. But I did send out my first mass email last week or a couple days ago. But I want, if you guys could, subscribe to that, so that way I can communicate to you guys and let you guys know where my next stop is. And then that way we can, collectively work together to, possibly schedule events or schedule, if I'm in your area and we can get enough people, we can go to, your representative's office, ask questions, voice our, make some noise, and, and then to have some fun, have a barbecue.
You know what Mark Levin was talking about tonight?
No, I didn't see it. I heard it was pretty
Well, this is something that we've said a million times, and other people have said it a million times. And he actually took a bit of a chunk of what when he was talking to Hannity. It was a big chunk there. He's like, well, let's, he's like, I like how he talks. He's like, you big dummy. Anyways, he's like, so let's look into Nancy Pelosi, shall we? How much money does she have? Let's look at what she makes.
Thank you, Kristen.
And how did she come about to make so much money? Let's look into her financial, her finances over the years from day one. He was going on and on about her and how much, how is it possible that she's made so much money? And apparently this
she's worth almost $200 million.
Yeah, apparently what we're saying, we're not the only ones saying this, that apparently it's getting to other people. They're seeing it from other people or reading it from other people saying, oh, okay, how much when she started off to now, what is she makes $190,000 a year or something? Something like that.
Under 200 a year.
Oh, yeah, under 200. So when she started, I mean, she's been in there since before water was on the planet.
Her and dirt grew up together. You know what
I mean, just look at her face. It looks like a melting candle.
They're chums.
She's looking horrid. Like she's aged like 10 years in the last week.
Yeah, it's like a wax figure in Madame Trudeau's, and then the air conditioner goes out for like a week. And you go in there, and all the wax figures are all like deformed and everything. That's her face. Yeah, and also Maxine Water. I think Maxine Waters' face is worse. And isn't
her face? Younger? It's like rubber. It's like
isn't
rubber.
She younger?
I'm
she's
not
like
sure.
She's like if you were to open up if you were to dig up James Brown and open his coffin and look at him, that's what she looks like. She looks like the dried up beef jerky version of
get in the hot tub, yeah.
Yeah.
Hot tub, yeah.
Well, I mean, so
want to touch myself.
The thing is like the thing is like about like Hannity and these guys, Hannity can't do what we're doing. He can only go so far. He's on Fox News. So he's leaving it up to us to do the rest. I mean, honestly, he can't do it. I know people say, well, you know, he's on Fox News and he can only push the seams so far. He can only push it. So he pushes it he pushes it to where I can see people pointing their finger in his face after the show, like, I told you not to say that or whatever. So it's up to us to pick up where they can't. You know what I mean? It's up for us to do the rest, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, like, and thank you, Kristen, for all your links that you're dropping. I appreciate that. And before I get into that, I just want to say hello to everybody. Douche, Warhorse, Freedom for All's in here.
Yeah, there's like a wrench war going on.
Yeah.
Warhorse,
Elizabeth is in here. Hello, Elizabeth. Let me see who else is in here. Rye Girl, Angel, CLC in Florida, Steak 59, Charity. Hello, Mama. We all need it. See who else. I think we got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but I love you.
Those are lyrics to us. Those are lyrics to a song, everybody. Jesus is reciting lyrics.
Oh, Bruce, I cannot forget. Trusty Bruce.
Rye girl.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, I see that it's on the 30, and I think there should be a station identification.
There's a Brown State Fair, and you're listening to Quissy Anto on a Thursday night, okay, guys? So
hey, Brownstein Matt.
Yeah?
What's your plans on Friday?
I really don't know yet. I was really thinking about maybe going, I thought about maybe getting my Batman suit out or something like that. And go, I don't know yet. Gee.
Did you go pick up some Cheese Whiz at Walmart for us?
Wear the
Cheese
Batman
Whiz?
suit, please.
Mm-hmm. Cheese Whiz,
yeah.
tampons,
and
Vaseline.
I wanted to buy grape jelly condoms and some rope.
Sure, that works.
Yeah. Didn't you say you're going to buy some fruit roll-ups and then make them into underpants so they're edible?
They already make those. You can buy them on the I got 4 pairs of them already, but you can get them on Amazon. Okay. They're really nice over there.
When you wear edible underwear that's made out of like a fruit, so if you wear them and you start sweating in the car, like you're driving and you're sweating, does it completely dissolve? Like it just disappears?
No, because the trick is to not put pants back on. Then you won't sweat. That's the trick.
But will you stick to the seat though?
No, and not necessarily got a lot of sugar on it. If it's got a lot of sugar, it might stick to the seat. But I always stop with a jug of milk anyway. You know, in case some people don't like to eat it dry. I don't. But besides that, the really funny thing about the whole matter is, I would make a great sidekick, Christiane. Okay.
Send me your resume. I'm waiting for your resume.
I'm here for the wide. And you know what? I think I'm going to send you a computer, you know, just for fun. You can just have it. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just trying to send support to you, okay?
So will you drive me places?
I will.
And pay for my stuff?
Yeah. We could do that.
If you wear your edible underpants all day and you decide you're going to eat them, where do you start?
Well, yeah, personally, I got a case.
Where do you start? Oh my!
Well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I got a bad case of the dicky doos, which means that I can't see my feet, but my dicky do. But so I would have to take them off. I wouldn't really be able to eat them all myself. You know.
If I had a bad case of Dicky Doos, I'd see a plastic surgeon right away.
That's what. Hey, I ain't too. I'll be honest. That's how it is.
Is the Dicky Doos a Midwest thing or?
It's more like Wisconsin thing.
Is it all the cheese or what?
Yeah. Lot of calories in cheese. Lot of calories.
So it's like because it's like cheese on dough, so you're eating pizza all the time.
Well, I really like to get the stuff in the can and just squirt it right in my mouth.
Oh, the cheese whiz.
Yeah.
So you can put pieces of bread in your mouth and then squeeze the cheese whiz in your mouth, mix it up, and then it's almost like some sort of bizarre pizza thing.
The problem with that is the bread's really dry and it sticks to the side of your cheeks.
Like peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah, it's almost like peanut butter. And then you're all like, and then you got to take a drink of milk or something. But then I didn't want to drink the milk because I was saving them for my underwear.
Yeah. You should maybe line the inside of your edible underpants with Peter Pan peanut butter or Jif, and then sit in them and then tell people it's just peanut butter. You're not.
I'll be honest with listen. I'll be honest with you guys, okay? If I'm gonna do peanut butter, I'm going crunchy, okay? And I'll tell you why. Okay.
Yeah. We're listening. Crunchy.
One, my dog likes it more. Okay. So we'll just get that out of the way now. But I like the texture of the crunchy peanut butter because I like the way the nuts feel in my mouth. And you don't get that from a creamy. You could taste the peanut. You can taste the nut, but I want to be able to actually feel the nut,
Ladies and gentlemen, Brownstein fat.
Christiana, Friday night. Okay, bye, guys.
He's got a dare Friday, and it's going to be a doozy.
Mm-hmm. It's
Dicky Doos.
It's a Friday night dare night. I hope you all come. Bring the beer. I think I might have a beer tomorrow night. Share with beer.
God,
with you.
Whatever you do, don't drink the cheap stuff. No, you should drink the champagne of beers.
Like what?
Well, I mean, that's Miller High Life, man. You got to drink the champagne of beers, okay?
What's the champagne of beers?
You don't know the champagne? Everyone in the chat, come on, tell Chrissy,
Miller High Life, man.
You don't know the champagne of beers? Come on, man. Oh wait, okay, hold on for a second. No one say anything. I want people in the chat. I maybe Nick knows. Okay, you go into a bar, all right, and then you go to the bartender and say, "I want a can of white trash." I want everyone to tell me what a can of white trash is. You tell. I want. Okay, it has a name, but that's its nickname, a can of white trash. Let's see if you get it right. Come on, everybody in the chat. Type it in there. I'm going to count it down. 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, there it is. He got it. Chris. Oh, my God. She got it. PBR.
What's PBR?
Yeah. PBR is white trash. Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's a can of white trash.
Natty Light. Yeah, I don't know any of that stuff.
Okay, but I mean PBR.
I'm still trying to figure out how you didn't know the champagne of beers. That's old school. That's like
damn Warhorse. He's the Warhorse knows PBR right away.
Miller High Life, the original.
If I go into a bar and I say, the bartender back there says, "Yeah, I want a can of white trash," and she or he doesn't know what it is, I get up and walk out. I'm like, I mean, this is not a bar. You don't know what a can of white trash? I'm getting out of here. Forget it.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Forget it.
I don't think I'd be a successful bar owner now. There goes.
But you know what? The thing about PBR is actually it's easy. It's easy on the stomach. It's a light beer. It's not harsh. It's not hard. I mean, it's actually pretty good, man. Even though people
knowing is half the battle. so you're good now.
It's pretty good compared to cheap beers. That's like one of the best. So some cheap beer is really cheap and it's bad, and that would be the champagne beers. That'll make you sick the next day.
Miller High Life.
Oh yeah, you'll be wiping your butt for a half an hour.
Yeah, yeah. You get the Hershey squirts from that stuff, man.
Oh, see, I know what Rolling Rock is.
Rolling Rock. Yeah.
When I was working on a movie, I got drunk on. I was in the movie I was in. I was actually in the scene, and they were giving me Rolling Rock. I was supposed to be this rock guy backstage, losing control or whatever, and it was real Rolling Rock. And there were so many takes, I actually had to drink it. I got plastered, man, doing that scene. I'm like, God, I hope this turns out all right.
That's crazy.
So we went from politics in the beginning here, which we're all I'm just gonna say we're pissed off.
Yeah, we can say pissed. It's okay.
We're all pissed off, and it started off with we're all pissed off, not just us, but everyone in the chat. We're all pissed. So now the levity comes in. Everybody. What's next that's more uplifting than the beginning, talking about these nitwits that are in Washington D.C. and the governor's office and Congress and
I'm sorry, Freedom for All. I still prefer Natty Ice. Go figure. I do live in a trailer.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
He's like, you got a 34 pack of Nappy Ice for $2.
We gotta send him some PBR, man. We gotta step it up a little bit. Get some PBR in there.
Yeah.
Disabled, like I like Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi person too. You know what I mean?
I can't believe I got drunk on Rolling Rock.
It was funny because I was talking to Kristen earlier today. The Diet Coke has this strawberry guava flavor now, and it's freaking good.
What? Are you kidding? Usually the flavor is just it's cherry something you drink, and it's like, God, it tastes like Robitussin. It tastes like the cough medicine.
Yeah, but
this is really good. And they have ginger lime. That one's really good too.
Ginger lime. Oh yeah, but I'm sure you were in fine company because she likes that cherry vanilla stuff too. Oh,
the cherry vanilla. Oh God, it tastes horrible.
Oh man, I don't even know how to. You know,
when I was a kid, they would make cherry Coke, but I mean, it was the Coke, and then they took the cherry, they put it in sundaes, the cherry syrup.
Oh, sodas, yeah.
Cherry syrup.
Back in the day, you could get a chocolate soda. You know what I mean? That's
and they put the cherry soda, syrup in there, and I'm like, man, this is amazing. Then Coke is like, we're gonna come out with cherry Coke, and I drank. I'm like, you kidding me? Were they not in a diner somewhere? This is horrible.
It's Jack in the Box has where they have the syrup that you can add to it now too, and they have like mango and strawberry. And cherry.
Coke has those machines, those mix machines where you can add pretty much what do they call them? Freedom machines or flex machines or something.
Yeah, it looks like a washing machine.
It does, yeah, and you can mix a whole bunch of different, fruity flavors in with whatever you want. You can make a suicide, you remember those? Where you just mix all the colors together. I'm gonna make me a suicide slushy, and it looks like it's black,
It tastes like that too.
Yeah.
It's like. Well, I mean, some of the people in here, like I grew up in the Northeast, and Warhorse is up in that area. So we, diners, especially in Pennsylvania, for some reason, all the diners in Pennsylvania I guess it was a thing in Pennsylvania not to get rid of the diners no matter what. So you can still you can go around Pennsylvania and you'll go into a diner. It's like it's stainless steel on the outside. It's been there since like 1910 or the 1800s or something.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I grew up going to the diners, and that's where I got my cherry Coke. And then
they would make it for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
have you guys ever heard of Jones Cola before? You ever heard of that brand?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They like around Thanksgiving time, they come out with Thanksgiving dinner in a bottle, It's like turkey flavored and stuffing flavored soda.
There's a candy store not too far from me, and they have like flavors like that, and they actually have like
bacon flavored pop.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
soda,
Well, I mean,
whatever you want to call it.
Has anybody had the vomit flavored or the booger flavored
Jelly Bellies?
Yeah. Has anyone? I can't even. I've. Has anyone?
That's a gag gift, right?
Yeah, it is. But if you mix it in with other ones, you get people all the time. Like the one, one is like, what the hell is it? It's like
gross
popcorn or something like that. But it looks like lemon lime, or it looks like
well, no, that's
lemon.
a real Jelly Belly flavor now is popcorn.
I know, but if you give it to someone and they think they're gonna have a lot, like a lemon
game, the gag game. Yeah. So, I guess we're having a good time here. We got we did the drive-by of politics, and that's basically what I call it. It's a drive-by. Get it over with, get it out of the way, because it can just bring you down and make you miserable all day thinking about it.
I've been arguing all day on social media with that crap. So,
oh yeah,
there's a couple of funny things. Somebody brought up the AOC. There's a video of AOC. She didn't know what garbage disposal was.
What?
God, why did you have to say that? Now I'm grinding my teeth. Trying to forget her.
She's like, I don't know. Is this like bad for the environment? I don't know. I've never had one of these.
Oh God! Her farting is bad for the environment. She farts all the time. She's eating vegetables all the time, and she's farting all the time.
Well, I guess she was in a meeting today with Bernie Sanders, and they live streamed it. She wants to get a nonprofit banks going and have the post office facilitate it. So the post office is now supposed to take over the banking industry.
Why? In 12 years, it's all over with anyways. It's all just like, forget about it all. Why don't you know what I mean? I'm
at that point, like, if we're going to die in 12 years and
why even bother? Everyone right from and when tonight's show's over with, tomorrow, go eat 10 pizzas, drink yourself into the ditch. It doesn't matter. It's all going to end in 12 years. Yeah, don't pay your bills anymore. Just tell the collectors, like, it's all going to end in 12 years. Why are you even calling me?
Chrissy Ann, behind you, it looks like a party store in Detroit. They all have those lights that change colors. It's like a party store or a strip club.
I was studying all day,
strip club.
So my hair's still wet, and I didn't have time. So I thought I could do mood lighting tonight.
Next on stage, Chrissy Ann.
You need a brass pole behind you, man.
Awesome. Sugar on me.
Okay, I'm gonna do this opposite. I'm gonna add a button.
Yeah, girls starts playing, and you start coming down the runway. Girls. Grab the pole.
Look, I even have my. Oh shoot, it's turned off.
It's starting to get nasty.
Oh no, look at that. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my fog machine going.
Oh, you got a fog machine?
No, it's a humidifier.
Oh, I read that. I was like, really?
Is somebody vaping over there or what?
Is it one of your dogs vaping?
There we go.
It's a dog. You flash over to the dog. It's like, hey,
yeah.
What flavor is that? It's cotton candy, man. What's up? He's like, I keep asking Chrissy to get me French fry flavor, but she won't buy it.
Dogs are down there on a hookah, a little hookah. Looks like a genie lamp.
Oh, Gigi would be into the hookah.
Jesus.
Oh, she came running over.
I'm calling the animal control on you.
You want to say hello? You guys say hello. You guys say hello to everybody. Oops. Oh, yeah, there we go. She's like, I need a bath.
So,
I was going to bring up a topic and you guys got off and now I'm done. So whatever. I forgot what I was going to say.
Disabled vet goes Browns.
Chicken brown French fries. I want my French fries, Mommy.
Okay, so after every show, Me and the guys still talk, and I go take my dogs for a French fry run. Okay, so it's there. It's out in the open.
Well, jeez.
And they make fun of me every time.
You're not carrying their poop around in a plastic bag, are you?
Yeah. How else would you do that?
Jeez.
Well, yeah, because it's the law.
Oh man,
You have to pick up their poop if they poop in the.
When I was a kid, there was dog shit everywhere. It was everywhere, turning white. Just like
people
in Step
can
Brothers.
poop on the
Just like in Step Brothers.
You can have people poop on the streets out here, but you can't have dog poop where you get fined like
hypodermic
$500.
needles full
That's
of
fine.
God knows what, and
That's
whatever's
fine.
infected in the blood. Needles everywhere, and then of course feces everywhere, and of course the governor, California, who looks like a animatronic, looks like something escaped from Disney. He's all shiny and looks fake, like he's an android. He's a creep. Did you see him talk? It's like he's programmed.
I think it's like a demonic reaction or something.
What's going on, Nick?
I just wanted to break real quick, you guys, and make an announcement to let everybody know that Orange Man bad, okay, and Brown Man good. Orange Man bad, Brown Man good.
Orange, yeah.
Wait, I heard Orange is the new Democrat.
Yeah, in a jumpsuit.
Orange is the new black in the White House, for sure, right?
In an orange jumpsuit, preferably.
Ay.
Crazy.
So, yeah.
So tomorrow night is dare night. So bring 9:00 Pacific Standard Time. Sunday night, email me. So here's the thing with some of the things are changing. Dare night, we're going to actually have the dares made up for you, and you get to pick the dare you want, and then you get to pick the person you want.
Well,
explain
why. Because it makes sense, because like I was saying, like someone could say, run into a church naked. You know what I mean? It's like,
I'd do that. What's up?
I would, but there's a lot of logistics. But anyways, explain why.
Yeah, it's logistics, it's budget, it's unless you guys want to support us a little bit more, we can get a little bit more creative. But anyways, so logistics, safety, capabilities, and then too some, we want to keep it entertaining too. So so there'll be a list of dares, and then you get to pick which dare, and then you get to pick which person. So whoever's here tomorrow and they win the drawing or number draw or whatever how we do it, and you get to do that.
There'll be good dares. They won't be like, oh, go and get yourself a Coke and then put French fries in the drink.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
they'll go to the library, and
it's just like we were saying. It's like for instance, when I did my dare, I had nobody to do camera, and the dare would have been a lot better if I had someone doing the camera, and then you get full frame, and other things are like I'm handing the camera off to somebody I know instead of like handing I hand my phone off to someone, and like all of a sudden, like, where did that person go? And they're stealing my phone or whatever. And
yeah, and then the other thing too, I'm gonna be starting off in Florida or in Texas, but it seems like there's more collectively. Y'all are in Texas, in Florida. So, if there's any cool stores or that are patriotic, or like something that people would, especially patriots would enjoy, or a story, please let me know. Email me info@thechristianshow.com. I'd love to hear, your input. And, please subscribe so you guys can, we're going to be giving, we want to communicate with you guys. So definitely please subscribe to that. And so we're going to have that. And then two, we don't have a scheduled any special guest for Sunday night. So if there's somebody who wants to talk on Sunday night and be a guest, we'd love to have you. Or horse. But anyways,
damn.
Rygo, I heard you on some other people's channels. You should come on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wanna ask the people in the chat if, for instance, we were in a vehicle
Mhm.
and somebody in the chat wants to have the show live in their house or their backyard. How many people could you bring? Could you bring 50? Could you bring 100? Because
5,
no, 50, 100.
Two.
1,000.
No, 50,
I only have 2
1,000 is
friends,
good.
guys.
Because this is something honest. I'm serious. This isn't a joke. So, who in here is hello? Is anybody listening?
I'm here. We're here.
I'm watching the chat. I'm waiting for like, oh, I want to do it.
Everybody, like you, it drops from 19 to 3.
Yeah, it's like I don't want a father menace in my house. Jesus, man, he's gonna leave and the whole place will be cursed. I ain't letting him in there. No way. There'd be bats and clouds all over the place.
Thunder.
Yeah, it would be just like with the monsters, you know.
So I'm super curious about this, and I'm just gonna put this out here and see if anybody like. I know a lot of all y'all kind of like talk together, and you're in a lot of different chats together. I noticed that there are some people that were regulars that were missing, and I'm wondering if that has anything to do with a certain person that we had on here the other night or not. But it's like I'm like, oh, so and so's. I haven't seen them in a while, and I haven't seen so and so in a while, and I'm like, what's going on?
Hello, where did
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, I promise you that we're gonna be very selective on people who we bring on. They're not gonna. Y'all, nobody's gonna be on here talking bad about my guys.
Hello, is this thing on?
Well, I would just like to open.
And I don't want to hurt anybody's ears.
please tell them to come back because we miss them. Yes. But anyways.
Don't you worry one thing. Don't you worry about it. Because if you ever hear that voice again, it's going to be someone doing an impersonation.
Damn it.
It ain't going to be, we all know what happened. And it's over. Okay?
Wow.
Me and Nick are not in a relationship any longer. So, just letting everybody know.
Creative differences.
Yes, creative differences. I wanted to be more
they
like
put
Millie,
me in the middle too.
I want to be more like Millie Vanilli. That's how I wanted to do it. And I'm like, Nick, come on, man. You don't understand. We could do it just like Millie Vanilli, but we could take it one step farther. They just didn't have it. They couldn't do it.
And see, I'm more on like the Ace of Base wavelength, and you're thinking Millie Vanilli and
no.
And I was thinking more like Moulin Rouge.
No. Belle Biv DeVoe is the ultimate goal. Okay.
Oh yeah, that Rye Girl said she'll do it. Hey, Rye Girl. I keep going back into brown stain fat for some reason. I don't know why. It's just fun. But anyways, email her so you can get on Sunday. Chrissy Ann, does somebody have your email to drop it?
Yeah. info@thechrissyannshow.com. Can you do a triage if things pop up? Yeah, I can do triage.
Right.
That's my specialty is triage.
Is she talking about, she said she'll do it. Is she talking about us showing up at her house? And
no, she's talking about coming on. No, she's talking about coming on.
Okay, but we need to go to her house.
Well,
she needs to bring 50 to 100.
50.
No pressure, right, girl, but we're going to show up at your place. You need to invite at least 500 people, and unfortunately, we don't have the budget to pay for the food, but if you could just get that to us a solid, that would be great.
Yeah, if you're gonna have us over, we're gonna expect. We'll send the menu of food. No, I'm just joking. That'd be horrible.
Well, no, I have a rider. Hold on for a second. Wait a second. I have a rider. Okay.
It's gonna be bar ass hot dogs for everybody else, but I expect lobster and prime rib.
No. I have a rider, and my rider states in a giant glass bowl, all the M&Ms have to be separated. The browns have to be separated. The greens, it's got to be all solid colors.
You can buy them like that now.
I hope you guys enjoy this show because this is what I have to put up with when we're not.
No, you can buy them that way now. You don't have to.
Cheating. You got to do it old school. Pick them out.
Nope.
Boys.
But do you realize that somebody like was picking that out as
Then
right after
Skittles,
they
man.
pick their nose or like scratch their balls or something.
Or
Like
petted
think
their
about
dog.
that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You know when Van Halen had that rider that the person that had to do that was doing that.
Thank you, Vincent.
They're probably taking the M&Ms and shoving down the back of their pants and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Where were their hands at after they were picking out all the
Warhorse.
brown M&Ms?
Currently, Warhorse, there's nobody riding me. Nobody. That's a big and well, actually, I do the stranger.
Exactly.
What's the stranger?
Well, I mean, Nick explains it better than me.
Why? Well, only because I gave you the idea. It's when you sit on your. It's when you.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
It's a stranger. You know, you sit on your left hand until it goes to sleep, and then you know you take care of business, and that is the stranger.
I'm gonna have to try that tonight. Man, it might take a long time for my hand to go to sleep.
And if you're into sloppy things, that's the best way to go. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's sloppy.
Oh no!
Can you imagine having any kind of intimacy with somebody on the left? And I mean, if you're a man, a woman, or just vice versa, can you imagine? I mean, because like on our side, like if you like each other, you know, you start kissing and mixing up, and it's not a problem. But can you imagine even trying? You probably have to sign a contract now. Like, oh, can I kiss you? Oh, okay. Wait, can I?
Only between the hours of 6 and 7 on the 7th day of the month.
She's got an app. She's got an app. She pulls out an app. Okay, sign right here. You can only do no tongue, just on the lips.
No, you have to submit it live. So you sign on to the app, and there's check boxes. You know, like kiss, hand holding.
Yeah,
you know, and then it submits it to them, and then they get it for review. And then they can go ahead and send it back with their.
I mean, they don't have to worry about having any children. They're not going to have any because they'll never get anywhere. They're not. So what's the problem? They're not going to, nothing's going to happen. No. What are they worried about? They're not even going to have any kids. You know what I mean? 1918. What's that?
Freedom for All says, screw that. Bar bathroom stalls work in a pinch.
Hell yeah, dude. Like, what is the problem? What is going on? I mean, I'm glad I'm not a teenager like now. I mean, it's what a nightmare. Like, me too. Like, what would, they're knocking on my cops and knocking on my door. Like, what's going on? Like, well, we heard that you committed rape. Like, whoa, wait a second. No, I've never raped anybody. Well, that's what she said. Like, what? No, I didn't know. What are you talking? No, there's no rape. Then they ask her,
it all on video.
Yeah. Yeah. Then they ask her, well, he kissed me on the cheek and pecked me on the lips, and I never asked for it. I'm going to be scarred for life.
Wait, hold on. Listen, you stuck your tongue back down my throat, lady.
You know how many times I've been violated by women? I mean, I go to a bar. I've had women grab my junk and all kinds of stuff. I wasn't leaving the bar in a crying mess.
Yeah, but you're a filthy pig and you liked it. So
no, but I'm just saying, it's like it goes
men
both
are
ways,
filthy
doesn't
pigs, and they like that sort of stuff.
Well, I'm just like women don't like. Give me a break. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, really, it's always like, I'm like, dude, like, how many times women have like did all that stuff to me in a bar? I'm like, just like whatever, man,
Being a
it's
musician,
not a big deal.
The struggle is real.
I'm just saying.
Somebody asked if I worked in the ER. No, I don't work in the ER. My last job was I worked a clinical supervisor for crisis care staffing. But I did work in the ER at one time, and I also spent a lot of time out in the field in missionary positions. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it happens.
No,
That's how it happens.
You left the blame. You left the pause in there, and I took it.
Missionary
You
out
set up
of
the pins. You set up the pins, so we had to throw the strike. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? You tossed the ball out, and I knocked it out of the park. You know what I mean? So
I mean, come on. You set that one up really bad.
you all remember Roadhead?
Thanks.
That was,
CLC.
they were a great band, Freedom. I thought they were good. I mean, they didn't get the credit that they deserved, but Roadhead was good.
But I guess, okay, listen, everyone in the chat and people that are just watching or whatever, listen, we can't allow this to happen. They can't destroy the natural dynamics between men and women. Men and women have been having fun with each other, flirting and stuff for a long time. And it's been no like, oh, rape and all that. Yeah, that stuff happens.
Well,
You know, that stuff happens here and there, but men and women flirt with each other. They have fun. That's the natural dynamics between men, and they're trying to destroy it. They're trying to make it ugly and nasty. We can't allow that to happen. We got to kiss on camera and trigger the hell out of them. I'm
Well,
not
and
even
that's
kidding.
the
It
thing,
sounds
we
stupid,
are-
but I'm
Well,
not joking
it's
around.
only okay for kissing on camera if it's two men.
Well, the
Okay.
thing is, you're not stupid because that's the thing that I'm talking about. We are at war, and we're being attacked in many different levels, many different ways. Like they're indoctrinating our kids in California now. They're trying to teach that pedophilia is okay, and the universities are teaching sexual stimulation for infancy. Yeah,
Oh, that's retarded.
so we're this. It's fighting time, y'all.
Did you see
We're-
how
we're at the stage where we need to start fighting because our kids are the ones that are being attacked.
yeah,
And
they're making it
not
like
attacking us with guns and bombs and all that kind of stuff. No, they threatened us with that, but they're distracting us with that. But what's really going on is they're going after our kids. They're going after our kids with smut. There's I cannot think of her name, but there's this she's 16 years old. Her music is really catchy. But if you listen to her lyrics, they're very demonic. I mean, look at Ariana Grande. She looks so sweet and so innocent, but
Yeah,
God
she does.
and all the stuff that she promotes.
so she opens her mouth.
And she promotes this promiscuous.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about AC/DC. We're not talking about how rock and roll was freaking cool. We're talking about, I mean,
Demonic.
these people, yeah, they're puppets. Someone else is writing the song for her. They're all puppets.
Oh yeah, and just like this oppressive, like it's very oppressive and very like.
We need to. I'll tell you right now. I'm not in a relationship right now, but whoever my next girlfriend, I guarantee you, we're going to be slopping face right on camera. I'm going to trigger the hell out of the left. I mean, there's going to be ass grabbing. I mean, face.
You gotta
slopping.
like lick her nose. You gotta like.
No, we'll do
tongue her
everything
nose
funny.
hole.
No, we'll do everything funny and flirtatious that men and women do, as fun, natural fun.
Father's
And
like, I'm
trigger
gonna be out in public and give her mushroom print right in front of everybody. I don't care.
But that's the weird thing about it. It's like if you go too far, then you fit in. Because it's like if you go, like Palm Springs, I've been down there and didn't know the schedule of Palm Springs, and it was like the gay pride, and there was some freaky stuff going on, and it wasn't just men on men. It was like anything went.
Yeah. Well,
So
What a conversation. I'm like trying to follow this chat and it's all over the place.
yeah, I'm not talking about she's gonna have a gag ball in her mouth and some leather mask or some crap like a collar around of her neck and a leash.
Right,
I'm
girl,
talking about
you're
just
not
natural fun.
hold on. I got a bone to pick. Right, girl, you're not allowed to flirt with Warhorse. That's my job. Okay.
wait, what?
That's fighting words.
Uh-oh.
I like my eyebrows.
Me and Warhorse connected on a level that I just don't think you and him will ever.
I can actually touch my nose with my tongue. I
What?
can't, not my eyebrows. But
Freedom, what part of California are you in? Or are you in California? Because
Patriots?
maybe we would do a kickoff in California. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the day that you're moving, Chrissy,
Mhm.
is you don't even know it, but there's probably 2,000 people at the same time packing it up and moving same day.
Well, it's like when Friday night, that one guy, he was moving to Tennessee or Arkansas or somewhere. Yeah.
What? I'm in Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, where I was in Phoenix not too long ago, but what is your freedom? What do you think about Arizona in general and or Phoenix? Because I was there, and when I was there, I saw a ton of illegals down alleyways and stuff that kind of got under my skin. But
It got under your skin?
well, yeah, I mean, probably measles or whatever, you know. I'm surprised I didn't get TB or something.
Well, you know what, you guys? Our hour's up.
No.
It is.
Actually, it is.
I think people are having fun, but I guess maybe Freedom didn't hear me.
Oh, yeah. Debbie Downer over here is like, it's been an hour, so we got to get off.
You're supposed to lift your wrist up and start tapping it with no watch on. Like, see the time? See the time? Like, you don't even have a watch on. What are you doing?
Oh, before we go, guess what I got?
Nope, time's up. Nope, time's up. Sorry.
Yep, no more plugging.
I am so proud of this. This is the phone cover from our store. Is that cool? Like, look how cool I look. Hello. Oh yeah. Like,
listen,
I sound better, right?
I want to model a bikini.
Hold on. I want to take a break here for a second and say, listen, if you want us to stay on for a little bit longer, press 1. Okay. Let's let the public decide, Chrissy Ann.
Yeah, not the slave driver. I can already feel the whip burn on my back.
Oh, CLC said 1. Oops. Freedom said 1. Okay.
Well, that's 2.
Yeah,
I mean, there's 17 people watching. Some of them are trolls. I mean, they can even press 1 if they want to keep trolling us.
Where's the 6-9? You know that's coming.
Well, there's another one.
You know that's coming. We got 8 downs. Oh, 6. We got 6.
Look at that. Look.
1.
There it is. It sounds like my what was that toy, the telephone that you could press the numbers? It sounds like it's broken. 1 1 1 1.
You're pressing 1. We're pressing.
What was it? Oh my god! How many in here have a CB radio? If you don't,
breaker 1 for radio check.
If you don't have a CB radio, I suggest you buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Like, it's not a joke. That's the last line of communication.
Chrissy Ann, if you had a CB radio, which you should get, what's your call name?
Ooh.
Well, we know Warhorse has got one for sure. And PBR.
It's got something to do with red.
What?
I don't know. Hot Nurse.
Hot Nurse.
That's a dirty movie.
Thank you, Warhorse.
That was like 1980 or something.
Red Hot Nurse.
Yeah. So another CB, Now, when I say CB radio, like, I'm not kidding. That's the last line of communication.
You know what? You don't need a CB radio. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Ham radio is where it's at. Okay. CB radio is not gonna do nothing for you because the globalists own them. Okay. Now, what you need is a ham radio. You can talk to Germany on that. Now, okay. That right there is a good quality radio.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Hey, but it's right. I mean, so-and-so, Mr. So-and-so there, that's true.
Rye girl keeps pressing 1.
Yeah, big old antenna, big giant. I mean, we're talking 50 feet or more up in the air, 100 feet. You'll be talking to somebody in Germany for sure.
So what's your call name?
My call name?
No, Chrissy's. She didn't say.
Oh, she said something red.
Bruce said Bonbon in there, but then
Ron Howard?
How about Red Hot or Red Hot Bonbon?
No, how about Happy Days?
Happy Days. How about Happy Trails?
Happy Trails? Happy Trails.
Man, I don't know. I'm not going to go near that one.
You know they make Veet for that kind of stuff, right?
I was going to say something. I'm not going near that one.
We should have.
You keep setting them up, Christiane. What do you expect us to do?
I don't set him up. I'm just.
It's like you dangling a carrot in front of our face.
You're the ones who keep corrupting me. And
no, I don't. Yeah, right. Right.
Somebody, thank you. You can kick him out too. I know who that is.
I do too.
Oh, there's someone in here.
Yeah, coming in here, Mr. Johnny Bender.
Oh, well, we can put him in a high chair, and then we can get some applesauce and put it in his little boo boo.
Like, who the hell like trolls 24/7? Like this dude is like in like everybody's. Like,
well, obviously,
I feel
he.
bad for the dude.
Yeah, obviously, he could be mixing it up with his girlfriend, but obviously, we all know that. You know, they have a
Foxy Red.
Oh, I like that one.
Red.
I think just Foxy Red works.
Yeah, but that is Smokey and the Bandit right there. Foxy Red. That would be a character in Smokey and the Bandit.
For sure.
This is Foxy Red.
Yeah, Foxy Red. This Foxy
Red. I can't do Chrissy. I can't do that. I don't have those capabilities. You have to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna start selling CB radios.
I'm gonna have the Cobra 342 available on the website very soon. So
I mean, at one time, CB radio, to have a CB radio was a thing. Like everybody,
I had one.
Everybody had one. And
I had one with a Black Cat. I had one with a Black Cat tube amplifier. And that thing threw out a frequency in my car that made my windshield wipers turn on every time I keyed up with it. No joke. As soon as you keyed up, it was the frequency, and I didn't have to touch a thing, and my windshield wipers would turn on.
CB radios are fun, man. People don't understand. They're fun. You need to go get one. It needs to be 1980 all over again. Everybody has CB radios. We need to bring it back, is what I'm saying.
My dad had one, and we had an RV, and we called the Turtle, which I thought was kind of funny. We got to figure out, if we get an RV, we got to kind of, I don't know, we have to incorporate the Turtle in there somewhere. But anyways, I used to like play on that little thing. It was fun.
I had one. I had a convertible. And I had an 8-foot whip off the back of it, off the ball, and it looked like an RC car because the thing was so tall.
Yeah. The fiberglass ones.
No, it was metal. It was a metal ball. It was a ball mount 8-footer. Actually, it was 10-foot. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. Had the spring on the bottom.
You got it. Yeah, and it was a convertible, so I couldn't put it anywhere else except for the back. And of course, anybody that knows CB radios, you have to be directional. So it kind of sucked when you were trying to talk to people, because if you were driving, you were only hitting certain areas. That's why they always say that you want to put it in the center point of your cars, so that way you're omnidirectional. But we're depending on your placement on those things. But I remember one night it was a stormy night. You remember skipping? Do you remember that stuff, Father? Where I talked to a dude in like Germany one night on a stormy night, and I was skipping across and was hitting somebody all the way across the pond.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was totally crazy, but it was fun, man. We had fun with that thing. And my CB had a PA option on it, and I had a horn from a football field. It was a 12-inch horn. Right.
Oh, no.
And it was, and I mounted it in my grill. So you'd yell at people, they're walking, get out of the damn way,
Those,
my gosh.
Yeah, this generation, like these the millennials and the Z, they don't know what fun is, man. If they had a car with a CB radio and they were driving around, like, hey, what's going on, talking to like Wolfman Jack or whatever, they'd be like, man, this is really cool. Like, this is more fun than my cell phone. They probably wouldn't even mess around with the cell phone any longer because I drive at 2:00 in the morning. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I'm talking to some trucker. I don't know where he's at. I'm looking around, I can't see him. And we're talking about stuff, and he's like talking about he just bought this house and all this and that. And then I would listen to truckers during the day. And this, I mean, it's an whole underground of communication. These truckers are like, some of these truckers would fight with each other. Oh man, go into a truck stop and turn on your CB radio, and all the trucks are in there. They're all like relaxing or whatever. Turn it on and listen to these guys. You'll know what's going on. These truckers, man, they know what's going on. Believe me.
A lot of them aren't using them anymore, though. That's the thing. I actually just saw a video on that of this guy that bought a CB radio, and he was like, the headline was, it was YouTube. I don't know where. I could probably find it, but he said, "Is CB radio dead?" So he goes out and buys a K40 whip and a Cobra and sets it all up in his truck. And he's in California, sitting on the side of the freeway, trying to contact people on the CB. And it took him a while, and finally he was able to get a hold of a couple of folks, but you know, it's like super hard. You used to be able to tune to channel 19, the trucker channel, and you know, go ahead and break and get a million answers, you know. And I doubt it's like that anymore.
I don't know. I'm out down here in the South, so
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some of the Southern boys probably still use them, but there's a guy in my neighborhood that's got a huge tower out the back of his house in the suburbs.
We got a guy in the neighborhood here. It's got a bunch of them, man.
His is probably 60 feet up. 60, 70
this
feet
guy,
up.
he's got like 3 or 4 of them. He's got. I mean, he's talking to people over in Europe. I know he is.
The lot lizards. Yeah, the lot lizards had the handheld. They were portable.
No, man. I always listen. If you see a lot lizard, it's like a Bigfoot sighting. I'll tell you what. I never saw a lot lizard. And every time I go to a truck stop, I'm like, I gotta find a lot lizard. I could never find them like moving around. I'm in Arizona. I'm in Arizona, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I'm talking nothing. And then there's this little Oasis truck stop, and this is off of I-40. And I mean, it's like a postage stamp, and then a wasteland, and then a big giant parking lot, and all these truckers in there. And I park my van, and I'm like, because I've been driving, and I'm like, oh my God. And I park at the very end because I didn't want anyone to park next to me. And sure enough, this person squeezes right in between me and the curb and a tree. And I'm like, are you kidding? And I look over and I see this woman getting herself all dolled up and everything. And I'm looking, I'm like, what is she doing? It was like 120 degrees. And I'm like, what is she doing? And then she gets out, and then she goes over the curb, down the grass embankment to the big giant parking lot where all the trucks were parked. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a lot lizard.
Finally.
I was like, it was like seeing Bigfoot. I was like, oh my God, I got out of my van, and I was like, that's a lot lizard, man. Oh, I can't believe I'm seeing this.
So is that like kind of like was it geocaching?
All right.
You look for lot lizards.
Man,
Is there like a website where you could post a picture?
It's like a favorite pastime. You know, we drive down the highway and hit all the truck stops only to try and spot lot lizards. It's like bird sighting, except for you're looking for lizards instead.
I mean, I'm in truck stops in populated areas. Never saw a lot lizard. I'm middle of nowhere. I mean, we're talking about
where they are.
Postage. I'm like, where the hell does she live, dude? I've been driving for miles and seen nothing. I'm like, she must be living in a cave.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the lot lizards at the pickle barrel. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, this truck stop is something. You know what? The desert does something to people. It's the heat. It's the isolation. I don't know what. Cabin fever. I don't know. So I'm inside. I'm inside this truck. It's I can't explain it. Anyways, from the outside, it looks like a giant A-hop. You know what I mean? I'm IHOP, a giant IHOP is what it looked like, but like 3 times the size. I go inside, and from the outside, it looks like it's nothing. As soon as I went inside, it was like something out of a horror movie. The whole ceiling, everywhere, all the way to the top, the walls were covered in stuffed animal heads. Buffalo, deer, bears everywhere. I'm like, what in the hell? And I'm walking around, and they had leather jackets and all this. I'm like, and this is in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, this is nuts. And I'm walking around, and I got a headache and stuff. So I'm like, I go up to the counter to get some aspirin. And they got a jackalope next to the cash register. A jackalope. And I'm like, I'm looking at this thing, and it was a big desert rabbit, and someone put deer antlers, they taxidermy in there. And the woman there, she's like, you know what that is, baby? And I'm looking at her like, that's a jackalope. I'm like, uh-huh. She's like, you know they're for real, right? And I was like, well, I was like, I said, well, I got a splitting headache. She's like, I'm like, well, she gave me the aspirin. I was like, you know what? I don't think they're real. I think that's just all made up. She's like, oh, nah, baby, they're real. She's like, I don't live far from here. You need to stay. You need to stay, and we can go out in the desert. We can go look for some of them jackalopes.
Whoa.
And this woman had black hair, dyed black hair, big. I mean, this is Dolly Parton wig stuff, but it was black and hard makeup. And she was like, hey, baby, you need to stay. We need to go out and look for some jackalopes. And I'm like, what in the hell's going on, man? I got a splitting headache. I thought I was like
a mirage.
I thought, yeah, dude, like I drove into some sort of time warp or something. First, I saw a lot lizard.
She said, what's your name, baby?
She was just like that. She was chewing gum, and she was,
baby. You tell me.
She was leaning up on the glass counter. She had big old boobs, and she had them up on the counter and stuff. She's like, you know what that is, baby, right? And I'm like, looking at her like, what's going on?
I'll show you my jackalope if you show me
yours. That ain't no damn deer. Shut up.
I don't know.
They real. They real.
They're real. Mm-hmm.
I videotaped my whole trip through the desert and all through the middle of nowhere and through.
But not that encounter.
No, I got it. Me driving into that place and everything, and it had a little patch of green grass, just a small patch of green grass with a sprinkler. Giving it water, and it was this thing of green grass. I mean, and I'm like, what, dude? What is going on? It's something that I don't know what's going on. But people in the desert are nuts.
They advertise that as the the creme de crop. There, we have grass. It's like the size of a Dixie cup, Like,
yeah, I mean, this was really in the middle of nowhere.
Did she lean in? Did she lean into you and go, "Hey, baby"?
No, she did.
Did she lean in and say? She said, "Hey, baby," and you're like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Are you a receiver?" You go, "What? A wide receiver?" You go, "What?" She goes, "I hope you are, because you're going deep."
It was almost like that. It was close. She had her big old boobs up on the glass counter, and she was snapping gum. And I guess, I don't know, man. Maybe she was, all the truckers are kind of like heavy set and stink and teeth missing. And, I'm a male model.
Oh, so, look, there's a pretty boy right there. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, it was obvious I wasn't from the desert. I looked nothing like desert.
Oh, ain't that smile pretty? You got all your teethers. You got them all.
Wow. I have all my teeth are straight. I've never had any cavities. My teeth are white. Yeah, I smiled. You'd be like, oh, look at that.
Ooh,
look at them teethers right there.
Yeah. I bet you eat steak real good. Mm-hmm.
She go, now tell me, baby. Now don't lie. Them dancers? Or are those real?
Oh yeah, she's like, he ain't chewing on no garbage. He ain't got a mouthful of garbage on the side, you know what I mean?
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
But I encountered that through the desert in New Mexico as I was going deeper and deeper into the desert. It got more bizarre. When I was in Arkansas, I was in Fouke, Arkansas. And that's where they have all the Bigfoot stuff. I didn't realize I was in Fouke, Arkansas until it was like 4:00 in the morning. And I'm like, wait a minute, where the hell am I? Then I realized it said Fouke. And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? It's the Fouke monster.
Does Father Menace or Nick even know how to catch a jackalope?
Oh yeah, I do.
Now, see what you do there, okay, is first thing you do is you get yourself a jar of peanut butter, okay? All right. Next thing you do, you get yourself a lawn chair, okay? So now imagine this. You got a jar of peanut butter and you got yourself one of them there lawn chairs. Now you just go out to the desert, okay? Now listen, follow me here. Follow me. You got in the desert. And you set the chair up, okay? You set the chair up on the ground. All right, now right in front of all the cactus and everything, you drop trowel, okay? This is how you do it. Now you drop trowel, okay? Now you sit down in that chair, okay? Now y'all know where I'm going with this, right? Okay, now you take that jar of peanut butter, and that's how you catch a jackalope.
That's exactly how you do it. That's all the steps. You didn't miss one step.
Well, I think with that, we should end the show. We've gone an hour and a half now.
Okay, slave driver.
I know. Yeah, and I have to pay overtime, you guys. You know how expensive Skittles are these days.
He says, here we go, right back to the edible draws.
Now, what you don't know about jackalopes are they don't have sharp teeth, so no need to worry.
Thank you, Kristen. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I hope you guys come back tomorrow for a dare.
Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all, when you bring that chair, you got to have the one with the cup holder in it. Y'all know which one I'm talking about, right? And you got to bring some PBR and stick it in there, and then you'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Does Brownstein Fat want to, what is it called? CSL?
Let me hold on. Let me get it ready because I'm not on the ball here, but I'm on two of them.
Ooh. That doesn't hurt.
So it does.
Are you doing a stranger to your nuts?
Dude, I'm doing a stranger tonight, man. I'm freaking lonely. I'm gonna count it down in 3, 2, 1.
This is Brownstein Fat, and you are listening, or we have been listening to Quincy Ancho on a Thursday night, okay, guys? And we will appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out and pressing one so we can stay on a little bit longer, okay? And wait, hold on, I'm not done, Quincy Ann. Don't interrupt me and while I'm talking. Anyways, please hit the thumbs up and the likes and all that beautiful stuff. Tell some friends, come on back. We'll be back on tomorrow. I'm going to go somewhere and act like an idiot tomorrow. So come back and check it out. It should be great, okay?
Good night.
Everybody have a great night, okay? Okay,
good night, y'all. And thanks to all my
Good night.
to all my mods. Thank you, Kristen, for dropping it like it's hot. Good night, y'all.
Good night. Good night. Good night.